Hello, my name is Jensen Cooper from Jordan University. This will be my impromptu speech for the preliminary round. I have picked my quote and I will start my preparation time now. So I finished my preparation time at 1 minute and 44 seconds. I have my notes here that I've written out. And I will begin my presentation speech time now. So many of us have heard many extraordinary claims, whether that be miraculous claims as a Christian or any other religion, or maybe we've heard tales of people fishing and they caught a massive fish and you haven't seen a picture of the fish, but they say it's this big and you don't quite believe them. So that leads me right into my topic for today. The quote is, "Extraordinary claims require extraordinary evidence," by Carl Sagan, an American astronomer. Today, I'd like to explore three different things about this idea of extraordinary claims requiring extraordinary evidence. The first thing I'd like to look at is, what does it mean for something to be extraordinary? The second thing that I would like to look at is, how can we find evidence for these extraordinary claims? And then the third thing I want to look at is, should we believe extraordinary claims before we see the evidence for them? So let's touch on that first subject. What does it mean for something to be extraordinary? I think that when we think of something extraordinary in today's society, we tend to think about things that don't quite make sense to us. We think about things that we don't understand. I think what we need to think more about is not the things that we don't understand, but the things that haven't yet been proven. These are the extraordinary claims. They're the claims that certain scientific things have happened, that certain religious things have happened, such as the Bible, such as different theories. These claims are extraordinary because they go beyond our modern comprehension of whether that be faith or science. They go beyond that, making them extraordinary. Now we should look at, how do we find evidence for these extraordinary claims? I think when it comes to science, we need to research. We need to find evidence and to use the scientific method and test these extraordinary claims. When it comes to reasons of faith, to reasons of religion, we need to look at history. We need to look at how the faith has been presented to us, what it means to be part of that faith, and to understand how we get these claims that we're seeking and how we can say the biblical truths. We obviously have found out over the years that Jesus Christ did exist. Now we need to find out, if you are a Christian, well, what makes him the Son of God? And I think this is something that the the Christian religion has done well and has pushed more and more for it, and I think we need to continue to push it as a Christian myself. And the last thing I want to discuss is, should we believe extraordinary claims before we have the evidence? I think that when we talk about believing extraordinary claims before we have the evidence, we think about having the complete story, the complete evidence, if you will. And I think that this is not quite necessary. I believe that many of us have beliefs and ideas that aren't fully fleshed out, and that doesn't mean we shouldn't believe them, but that means we need to pursue the truth. We need to pursue what is right. We need to pursue the future to see if these things that we believe are true. I think many of us have these things in our minds that we see as there's some small part of truth in it, some nibble of truth in it that we just need to expand upon so that we can grasp and digest the whole portion of it. I think that these beliefs that we hold don't necessarily have to have the whole fleshed out evidence. I mean, we all have, whether it's a religious claim or whether it's a scientific claim, we all have these claims that are extraordinary because we don't understand how they work, what they are, but we know certain aspects of them. And just because we don't know the whole story doesn't mean that we should discount the whole thing. So, like Carl Sagan says, extraordinary claims require extraordinary evidence. When we find ourselves having belief in these extraordinary claims, we have to decide, is it something that is extraordinary or is it something that we already do know? We need to find evidence that supports this claim, and we have to decide, are we going to believe the extraordinary claim with the evidence that we have, or do we need more evidence to seek it out? Thank you. And that is my total time. Thank you very much.